I'm Nishoko and I'm the chair of the student council.
I'm Saber and I'm the vice chair of the student council.
I'm Chelsea and I'm a teaching and learning representative.
I'm Miguel and I'm the health and safety officer.
In high school, I was doing 25 hours a week of lessons, and here I'm doing, how many is it? It's 3 hours per subject, right? 9 hours a week.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's gonna be a breeze.
Yeah.
No.
And you think you have loads of time, so
Yeah.
you'll find yourself relaxing in the cafeteria with your friends. And
To be fair, I think the first few weeks it's definitely more relaxed, and you should be trying to just get out there and make some friends
and just ease
stuff.
into it and stuff,
ease
because
into
it is
it.
a very big transition.
But definitely take the first few weeks and the summer holidays to like organize yourself.
Yeah.
If you can organize yourself at this college, it's probably the best college.
Like, we're not saying to study, but we're just saying like to prep yourself like mentally.
Yeah.
Because like you don't want to go in here with like a GCSE mindset, be like, oh, that's gonna be fine, just cram it all in one night. You can't do that. You actually can't do that.
No,
The
it's
amount of
impossible.
content you need to learn for one exam, you can't cram in one night.
And I think A levels are like, especially I'm not too sure about BTECs, but A levels are more specific, so they can ask you about a really tiny part of your syllabus, and if you haven't revised that bit, then you're done for.
The mark schemes are very demanding. You need to put the exact words or the exact phrase and terminology that it asks, otherwise you don't get the mark.
Yeah, pay attention to your specification.
Yeah.
Know your specification or your example.
And make sure you're motivated for your subject. That's a big thing.
Oh yeah,
like
you
yourself,
won't get through your A levels if you don't love your subjects. Just won't, it won't happen.
And of course, A levels aren't the only thing. BTECs, I know some people definitely wish they had done a BTEC.
I wish I did a BTEC.
Don't underestimate BTECs. They're literally the same. They're equivalent for unis and such. So if you don't think A levels and big exams are for you, then definitely BTECs are the way to go. I mean, the only difference really is you have continuous assessments in BTECs rather than one big assessment at the end of an A level.
Fine, though.
And
and it replicates work.
yeah, it does
More
exactly.
accurately.
Yeah.
You have like a month period to change it. So like don't be afraid to like try new things.
Oh yeah, don't hesitate.
I hesitated.
Do you regret it?
Yeah. It's fine though, because like even if I don't like love the subject I'm doing right now, the teachers are great here. Like, oh, I love my teacher.
I mean, if you're watching this video, you probably haven't quite decided your college either. So I think definitely first decide what sorts of A levels you want to do, and if you have a university course in mind, then kind of work backwards from that. Kind of look at your university course and think, okay, what do they prefer, and try and go from that. But if you see that there's a course in there for A levels that you need for your university course that you really hate, consider not going for that university course, because it's going to mess you up big time. Don't force yourself into an A level. Definitely do what you're good at from GCSEs, because you probably like them more as well. And if you think you're going to struggle to get the grades you need to get into an A level, then perhaps reconsider if it's worth doing that A level. I think those are my biggest tips.
Yeah.
Although be aware. Sorry, no, you go ahead.
Be realistic and do like a lot of research. Like even if you don't think that you might like a certain subject, like do some research, because there might be something in it that inspires you to want to do another subject that you might end up liking.
Oh, and definitely, if you're thinking about doing an A level, even in year 11, go and look at past papers for that A level. Because one thing I really wish I'd done is, for one subject, look at the type of essays I have to do and see if it's something I'd like to talk about. And maybe looking back at it, I probably would have changed an A level if I looked at the past paper beforehand.
I think be aware of, even if you love a subject at GCSE, look at what it's like at A level, because the likelihood you're still going to love it is that you're still going to love it, but there's just a lot more detail in A level, and it goes to this new level that you didn't even think.
And sometimes they're different, aren't they? Like I know
Yeah.
English language at GCSE and A level.
If you say English languages, it's not the same. Like you think you're just analyzing an extract, that's not it anymore. You're actually learning English language. So like obviously, if you think you're gonna go into English language from GCSE to A level, you think it's the same thing. It's not the same thing. You should really like research it. You can go to the website, guys. We don't have an open evening anymore because of restrictions, but obviously all the information that you need is in the website. It's what I used before we had the open evening for us. There's PDFs for each subject, and then you could just like, I'm pretty sure there's modules.
And I think they'll tell you what exam board you'd be doing as well. So
That's
definitely
another
look at the exam board that you're going to be taking at the college and compare it to the other exam boards for A levels and see if it suits you or not. you don't get breaks at the end of the term, and you don't get breaks at the start of the term. It is work in every single lesson. Every lesson is work.
It's a full-time job.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually switched, didn't I? I switched from psychology to biology, and biology is already a very content-heavy subject. I had to learn time management skills very early to catch up with that 4 weeks, that month of missing out biology.
I think college, anywhere, not just here, of course, but college just, it develops you as a person, as an individual, so rapidly. Like, I think the difference in year 11 me and year 13 me, like the work ethic, everything, is just so different.
Okay, so I think before you go into the college, you need to know the extracurricular activities that are going on, because for me, I found out quite late that there was a student council in the first place. I know there were loads of people that didn't know that this existed, and they wish that they would have known.
I mean,
beforehand.
I think we as a student council have quite prioritised extracurricular stuff. We're setting up societies as we speak.
Yes.
So by the time these year 11s are going to come in, they're going to have a host of societies to come and join, and that's going to be really helpful in them finding friends and finding like-minded people. I think that's going to be really great.
I just hope they know that it's existing.
It's there,
because we're making them. You know, we're
Look
setting
out for
them
your
up.
emails. Emails are so
reading
important.
emails.
Emails run the college. Follow Luton Sixth Form on Instagram and such.
And Twitter.
Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah.
If you have Twitter.
I'm on it. Instagram.
Just stay up to date with like college activities. 'cause
Don't
you
ignore your
know.
emails, man.
No,
Yeah.
Like, actually, don't ignore your
No.
emails.
You'll miss so many opportunities. So many.
Like the college is really nice to us, considering like the our future opportunities. Just like they just keep giving us more things, but it's really up to you if you want to get on it.
And I think that's a big advantage of coming to a large sixth form. I mean, we're one of the largest sixth forms in the country, so
You should be yours.
And we were the first as well.
Yeah.
gosh. So the advantage to come into like a really large college like this is you're going to get more opportunities because there's more students here, so more organisations are going to come here, and there's just a wealth more of opportunities you can take advantage of, and that's a big thing about Luton Sixth Form.
The library's so nice here. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Like if the one thing I liked about it, we can use our earphones here. That's the one thing I wanted in high school. Let me use my earphones, but they let us use it here.
Concentrate, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can ignore
You can
everyone.
block out noise, and that's a big thing.
And the study centres, they're
There so many.
incredible.
To be
and
fair,
they're
it's a
incredible.
bit like a university campus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Like,
And everything's structured similar to that as well.
It really starts to form you as a person because, like, with the amount of frees you have, the amount of freedom you have, they're not gonna tell you to do your work. They're gonna make
flexibility.
they want you to have responsibility for yourself, like in uni.
Almost everyone that comes here gets an offer from university.
Yeah.
I think it's literally in the 99 point something %. If you think you worked hard at GCSEs and you think that's your limit, it's not. You can work harder and you will work harder. And I think I'll tell my younger self that I think you'll almost surprise yourself with how far you'll come. And I think the college has definitely been a part of that.
I think I'd say be prepared for change because there's a lot you're going to learn in sixth form. It's a completely different type of studying. So academically as well as emotionally and, you know, as an individual, you're going to change so much. So I think just be prepared for that and also don't feel uncomfortable in the discomfort that comes with that change.
You think puberty is something? Wait till you get to sixth form.
Yeah, definitely.
Just be like really open to like new experiences and like meeting new people, but also just like with your subject as well, be like open to finding out more about it.
Yeah, I think I tell myself, like, ask for help, you know, because like in GCSE, I was actually adamant on not asking teachers for help because like it proves that I'm good at it or something. But like, you're gonna struggle.
Yeah.
Because like, with the amount of teachers that are willing to help and then the amount of facilities we have in college, it's kind of stupid not to ask for help, you know? Like, just take advantage of what you have here and don't be afraid to email your teachers. I've emailed my teachers 5 times in a row. I have no shame. Just do it. Just ask for help. You get like a friendly level with him because he talks to us about his like favorite things. He loves.
We call them by their first names. That's like a massive difference.
Yeah.
Like it really relaxes the mood when you don't have to call them sir or
Some
Mister
people
or something.
Some people don't. But you can. I call mine.
You
all
can
of
if
mine.
you want, but most people just end up calling them by their first name.
I prefer
And I think
calling them.
that makes it more friendly and
Yeah.
makes it more relaxed, and it's just someone you kind of learn from rather than, hey, I'm teaching you, call me sir
Yeah.
or miss.
I had to learn how to do that because I felt really uncomfortable at first. I was like, Miss, and they're like, you can say my first name, and then it took me a month, and then I.
Oh, it took me a week.
I think with everything that happened in the world recently, coronavirus, the colleges had to adapt like really quickly, and the students as well. I don't think we should take credit away from the students too. But here we have like half the class online at home, half the class in lesson.
Like, being online, it not only keeps you safe, but like, what does keep you safe? And then it also like you still have like you still feel like you're in the lesson because it's not like you're just shoved to a corner in online room.
They do try to
Involve
engage
you,
you as
yeah.
much as possible, for sure. Yeah.
They haven't forgotten about you. My day is also good. You can check your data there. Check if you're on
Check
time.
your attendance, all that sort of stuff.
Even the amount of time that you study.
Yeah,
In
exactly.
study centres
In the
and libraries, so
And
you
actually,
can plan it out.
I think one good thing to talk about is, as student council ourselves, like how much they actually value our opinion.
They
Yes.
do. We're
I've
much
had
more
enough of
involved
bake sales.
as a student council. Like we're more involved with the teachers and like especially like the head people. Like we've had multiple meetings with like the head
Altaf and
principal
such,
and
yeah.
teacher.
You're actually involved in the decisions. and-
Yeah. We helped we had that meeting before the lockdown, and a long time ago we had a meeting with Ian and Altaf about what to do.
Yeah,
Remember
Yeah,
that?
with, like,
we were
rental
a
learning
huge
and
part
stuff,
in deciding how the blended learning model is actually going to work.
Yeah.
Which is an honour to be a part of, by the way, because we shaped the college's future for the following years.
Yeah.
But besides that, if you think about before coronavirus was apparent, we were going to be part of the team that kind of decide how the college is going to be renovated, because they were going to do an extension
Oh, with the West Side thing.
with
yeah.
West Side. That's
Oh.
that
It's so
that might be
soon.
delayed now, but
Oh.
anyone who's watching this could be part of the student council that actually ends up doing it in the future. Because we were going to be part of like an opinion forum or something that kind of gets to have a say in how the extension should be. I think that is really cool. Like,
Yeah.
if we had done it, we could have come back in like 5-10 years time. Like, oh yeah, I told him to do that.
Yeah.
That's me.
I picked my colour.
That pillar was me. Oh, that table over there, that was me.
So yeah, I think this college definitely values students' opinions, and that's
Yeah.
really wonderful.
Like going from bake sales in like high school to like helping renovation for the whole building.
The drama facilities they have here, like they're amazing.
They even put productions and everything.
The
I went
productions
to
they
one.
do.
It was cool.
They were really good.
Was
They
that
have-
the musical?
Yeah, they have like they built like the whole set and everything. So like, and is it compulsory? Whatever it is, you have the chance to audition for it, and then
Yeah.
like it's really
Even if
fun.
you're not a drama student.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It makes you realize how talented people in this college are. I mean, they're just even if you go to the art rooms and stuff.
Yeah,
And the
It-
music department.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
on the
They're
music
just
department.
so fun.
I think definitely when you're deciding on courses, don't just think about the subjects you had from your GCSEs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's bound to be a subject that isn't really in a GCSE sort of curriculum that you might be interested in. Like I know, for example, economics is hardly done at GCSE. Politics and government hardly done at GCSE.
Psychology.
Psychology.
Yeah, psychology is actually done some. I think
did it.
our high school did it. Yeah.
I did it.
But there are so many subjects at college, so you're bound to find a few that interest you that are not your traditional subjects, and I think that's important. It's good to balance your workload.